Now, if so much was wrong with Articles 370 and 35A, then why did these provisions survive for so long? How come no government in the past removed them? After all, they were well past their expiry date. What stopped previous governments, both at the centre and the state, from taking such a crucial step? Could they not do it, or did it not suit them? Our next report has the answers.
Article 370 was never meant to be there forever. The Constitution of India makes it clear that it is temporary. Article 370 falls under the temporary provisions respect to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. However, the courts of the country ruled otherwise. They have consistently maintained that it is a permanent provision. From the country's highest court, the Supreme Court, to many other high courts across many rulings and judgments. Still, it doesn't take away from the fact that Article 370 was never meant to exist infinitely. It came with an expiry date. And so did Article 35A, which was essentially a presidential order. If one president in 1954 had the power to establish it, then another one has the power to make it null and void. Based upon the change in circumstances since then, no government before had the courage to face up to this reality. No Indian government could take this bold step. Until today. To start with, almost none of them had the mandate the Modi government has. With Modi's ascension, the tectonic plates of India's politics have moved. He had made a specific election promise that Article 370 and 35A would become a thing of the past. An overwhelming mandate from the people electorally, coupled with the immense political will of the Modi government, has meant that within just 3 months of being re-elected, the Prime Minister has delivered on the promise and how. Another reason why Indian governments of the past have been unable to do this is this: the politics of convenience. It wouldn't have suited anybody in the political establishment to do so. Article 370 and 35A have been allowed to wallow in ambiguity. Political dynasties have spawned out of this grey area. Both the leading political parties in Jammu and Kashmir have been family fiefdoms. One is the Muftis of the PDP or the People's Democratic Party. And the other is the Abdullahs of the National Conference, who have used the legislations as an election plank to drum up popular support. While money poured into Kashmir from the central government, it went into the pockets of a few. The common man in Jammu and Kashmir has remained poor and distraught, while only those in power and close to it have flourished. These political families have traditionally been extremely close to the governments in Delhi. Not altering the status quo meant that these ties that bind stayed intact. The progress of the people was sacrificed at the altar of ambition. That needed to change. The region and its people deserved better governance. One that will be responsible and held accountable for its economic prosperity. The Modi 2.0 government has just taken the first step to achieve that. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.